Welcome back. Welcome back to Evergreen Olivia TV. And this episode, I'm going to show you the process that I went through in making the logo of Luminadance, which is actually located in Quebec, Canada, in Montreal. And it's actually a Latin dance studio focusing more on salsa. And it's by the renowned Roberto Arenas Jr. So let's see. Let's move on to our episode. Originally, this vector was inspired from this logo that has been done by one of the relatives of the dance studio, and primarily the idea was just to have a temporary logo and they kind of like use it with some of their promotional items. However, of course, they've commissioned us to work on this logo, and we worked on their website too. And I'm going to show you the process that we had to go to achieve the final logo that we had. So basically what they wanted was to emulate salsa dancers. The history of this studio is really very rich, and I'll show you the background history later. But for now, we focus on this design. And of course, for most people, when they think of gold, they think of something that's sparkling. They just want to translate everything in one image, but that's not how branding should work. And it's a design process that needs to make sure that it can be translated to different media. As you can see, I have a lot of studies that were taken from dance silhouettes. Some were taken off from licensed vectors. Some were taken from really tracing from photos. Sometimes the images that we see, the photos looks nice, but when you start translating them, they look awkward, or something that's not easy to understand. Now there's a lot of ways that probably you could imagine, maybe putting some lines here, showing really the hips of the girl or something. And then the fonts, right? The fonts that we actually had to use. So what we ended up having is is this one. The final process, almost the second to the final process. Believe it or not, the final logo didn't even exist in this study. I attempted to do this everything digitally, directly, with computer. And sometimes, or there would really be a time that your artistic skills, your manual drawing skills would come in handy. So I'm gonna show you what I did and achieve the final logo. Started to sketch after so many years that I haven't sketched, and just decided to trace this from a natural photo that I got online. And it seems that when I was working on this, I just realized that I wanted more, or something that's gonna make it more sharper. So I decided that I think I need another tool, because as you could see, I was doing this on a tracing paper. I think it was a tracing paper. Right, and then you would see that I've been using my pen brush. I think that's a Sakura pen brush. So I realized that I needed another tool, and I bought this Lightbox from Lazada. And it's really cool and very slim with all the LED. Very lightweight, and all you need is a USB plug. Nice. Oh, grabe. Parang glass lang pala talaga to. Unboxing this thing was very interesting. It's got this very slim case and foam around it, and the Lightbox is very light, and it's made of a glass panel, very slim. It looks very techy, and I put a paper on top to test it, how it actually looks like. It's very slim, as you could see. I like the pattern that they had above that glass pane, and of course I have to use it. And I like that you could actually adjust the intensity of the light. Perfect. So it's drawing time, and I have this glass thin LED light, and it's really nice. And I'd say people right now are quite lucky, because back in the days you need big fluorescent lights and Panaflex boards to achieve this kind of light box. Okay, so before I show you that one, I forgot to show this part, that whenever I made those studies, I also had to kind of like check in how they look like already, if we apply it to business cards and other stuff. Now, this is what the artwork looked like after the manual drawing and scanning has been made after the cleanup. So this is basically the final outcome. This is the final outcome that I made for the Luminadance. And the shirt version, because the sticker was too small that they wanted to print, I had to make a special file. And yeah, this one was like, everything was thickened so that the printer blades could, the cutter blades could actually strike through, and you know, to have that final look. So yeah, I'm gonna show you at the end of the clip the appearance on their shirts, and the overall outcome of this design, and the website too. So oh yeah, I could actually show the website right now. So the website is Luminadance, and how it looks like applied on a national site. Okay, so you've got the favicon here, right? And then you've got the icon and wonderful slider up here with that very distinct gold color. And then you've got the scriptina all over, and this very elegant way of placing the text. And then we've got excellent photography, and this is very crucial for those who are working on branding, and even for websites. If you have nice photos, it really helps. If the photos were not this amazing, even having all these fonts and nice layout also would kind of like lessen the impact of the site. And yeah, so we have this one, very elegantly placed. And then we've got, as you can see, it's a family friendly studio, right? So we have this, and that's basically how everything was applied here. And we've got watermarks all over their image and photos. So this is basically the walkthrough and journey of how we achieved the logo for Luminadance Studio. And you can go check their YouTube channel too.